Welcome back to another episode of Morehead Today. We have a jam-packed show lined up for you. Our first guest will be documentarian Mr. Stephen Middleton. Along with that, we have the director of the Student Programming Board, Miss Julia Browski, and musical guest Tony Hobbs. Stay tuned. You won't want to miss this. We will be right back.
How does my Morehead State help me?
How does my Morehead State help me? How does my Morehead State help me?
Email, SkyDrive, Blackboard references.
Calendars, maps, news, weather. It helps me connect with my students in and out of class.
It provides me with a tool to succeed in academics and tennis.
Using my Morehead State helps me to stay productive and organized.
Hello, 006 here. Today I'm going to be showing you one of my favorite gadgets, the Eagle Buck.
Beaker bucks are a cool gadget to use on campus, anywhere from vending machines to the bookstore. They are even accepted at restaurants around Morehead.
Beaker bucks are way safer than cash and have gotten me out of many sticky situations. Until next time.
And welcome back to Morehead Today. Please welcome our first guest, Mr. Stephen Middleton.
Hey David, good to see you.
How's it going?
Good, how are you?
Doing well, doing well. So, how's everything going? What's been going on with your life?
You know, lots of things, David. The life part always seems to keep moving, so
yeah,
that's good. Some new things coming up and some old things going away, but still here.
Awesome. Well, you obviously have a new show on MSU TV.
That's right. We'll be right here in this same studio. Going to do 2 shows in April. First being April 3rd with Dr. John Modaff and myself. We'll do a show called Art This. And it's going to be interesting. Going to combine a lot of art, but not art as you might would think. You know, everything from writers, sculptors, welders, musicians. And then him and I will be co-hosting the program, and we did a nice little dilly that's airing on Morehead State Television, promo for me on the harmonica and him on guitar, and so hopefully it comes out well.
Yeah, for sure. Well, what inspired the idea to do this?
That's a good question, David. Tim Creekmore, the programming director here, actually. We were chatting once with him about possibly doing a show, and it was John had an idea and contacted me to see if I would kind of go along with it. We thought it sounded fun, and yeah, so that was that.
So you say this is going to focus on writers, artists. What is there a typical genre that you're...
No, that's the beauty to the show, David. It's going to be, you know, it's called Art This. It's going to be everything you could possibly think of. You know, art's not just one singular thing. You know, it's broad, and we want to focus on a lot of arts that you might not would think. Everything. You know, again, one of the people John was looking for is a welder. You know, you don't really think a welder and a fabricator, but that's art. You know, poets, writers, spoken word, everything.
So how are these artists and writers grabbing your attention? How are you going out and finding these people?
Well, that a combination, like the first show, just through some people we know. We're going to have a writer on who's going to do a reading, some of his creative work, Appalachian-based writing, and then a group from the Kentucky Center for Traditional Music. But we've been sending out contacts, some fillers out to the different departments in the Colorado College of Humanities, and just trying to see if we can find some people. Well, right now, we're working hard trying to find a pretty good diverse group. So.
Gotcha, cool. So, and this will air how often?
Well, we're going to do 2 shows this semester,
okay.
2 in April,
okay.
and then it'll be full-time starting next fall. So.
Cool. So you'll actually, will it be a weekly program coming in the fall? Just kind of, so I guess it's kind of a trial run.
That's right.
So to speak. Gotcha.
So Tim doesn't boot us off.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. Good deal. Well, we will be right back with more with Steve Middleton. Stay tuned.
Claypool Young Art Gallery, located in the center of campus, offers a wide variety of art pieces from various contemporary artists in America. Exhibitions rotate approximately once a month and also hosts art pieces created by Morehead State University students, allowing art majors to experience the learning process of showcasing their art. Claypool Young Art Gallery. Come on over today and be inspired by aspiring MSU artists.
Hello, I'm Eric Thomas, Director of the Star Theater here at Morehead State University, and I'd like to invite you to come out and join us for some of the great programs we offer in the Star Theater. Our programs are both educational, with planetarium programs, and entertaining, with laser shows that feature artists such as Elton John all the way out to Metallica. So come join us at the Star Theater, located in the Space Science Center here on the campus of Morehead State University. And if you've got questions, go online to moreheadstate.edu/startheater.
Welcome back to More Today, and we are chatting here with Mr. Steve Middleton. We thank you again for coming on the show today.
Well, thank you, David. Glad to be here.
Awesome. Well, you are not only going to be hosting this Arts Alive show, but you are also a documentary filmmaker.
That's right. Documentarian is what I prefer.
Documentarian.
Okay. I'm not a filmmaker per se. It's more of a historian in a sense. I just document bizarre things and focus on them that way. But
bizarre things like what?
Oh gosh, the series of stuff I've done: pro wrestling in Appalachia, tobacco farming, which was pretty serious. Zen Buddhists that live in the mountains in eastern Kentucky, and then most recently, people who buy and sell scrap metal.
Wow.
Yeah. So
you actually get in depth in some of these people's lives.
I wouldn't necessarily say in depth, but kind of. Get to know them a little bit and talk to them, and because the things they do are the topic itself. Just the fact that they're not like, they're not doing something everyone else does. That alone makes it, interesting.
What inspires you to go out and do a documentary on one of these bizarre things? Well,
that's a good question. I think originally, 5-6 years ago, my idea was to try to show something of this region that was different. And the more things you find out about Eastern Kentucky, the more interesting things you find. It's like an onion. The more layers you go, there's even more. But I think now it's more showcasing, careers, jobs, or just people that do things that you don't really think exist in this area. Oh, there's wrestling here. Oh, there's Buddhists here. Things like that. And then, scrap metal. I learned so much in the scrap metal documentary. That's our #1 export, David, of the United States. Is scrap metal. Yeah.
Wow. Well.
So when you see junk cars and junk metal, don't ever think that someone's got a junky yard.
Is this something you learned through your experience documentary?
You can make $2,000 from an old school bus.
Really? Wow. Duly noted. Duly noted.
Don't ever laugh at that anymore. When you see a school bus in someone's yard.
Exactly. So what made you decide you wanted to be a documentary filmmaker?
Well, I always,
Documentarian. Documentarian.
Thank you. I always enjoyed watching documentaries. Well, I always wanted to be a filmmaker, I guess is where it started, and then realized pretty early that the most feasible way of doing it was doing documentary, because it was real in the sense you could have a camera and a small amount of equipment and actually do it. So that's kind of what got me into it more than anything else. And then the more documentaries you watch, you get more inspired and get more ideas.
Do you have any ideas coming up in the future?
Gosh, I always got the problem is, David, once people kind of get the know that you do things like this, they're always asking you to help them out with things. And there's so many things going on. people have been talking to me about. But you know, I don't know. I've always wanted to do something on funeral homes in this region, so maybe that.
Well, cool. Well, we'll keep our eyes open.
Well, thank you, David.
Well, it's been a pleasure having you on the show. We are out of time, but thank you again for coming on.
Thank you. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you. And we'll be right back after this break.
Do you ever feel like you're moving slow when it comes to finding the information you need on the internet? Well, visit Camden Carroll Library, located in between Alley Young and Fields Hall. With several floors of books, you're sure to find what you're looking for. Don't lose sleep looking for information. Visit the Camden Carroll Library, and you're sure to find just what you're looking for.
Call for a ride from the shuttle at 606-783-8747, Sunday through Thursday, 7 p.m. to 1 a.m.
We're back to Morehead today with our musical guest, Tony Hobbs. Tony, what are you going to play for us?
Each Coming Night.
Awesome. Well, without further ado, Tony Hobbs.
Will you say when I'm gone away, my lover came to me, and we'd lay in rooms unfamiliar, but until now, until now. Will you say to them, when I'm gone, I loved your daughter for her sturdy arms. We both learned to cradle, then live without, live without. Will you say when I'm gone away, your mother's body was Judgment Day? We both dove and rose to the riverside, riverside. Will you say to me, when I'm gone, your face is faded but lingers on, because light strikes a dew with each coming night. Each coming night.
Eagle Lake is only a short walk away and allows you to escape from everyday life. You can exercise and relieve stress by walking around the lake, or you can just sit back and enjoy the view. Eagle Lake is the perfect place to go to relax, but in the next few months it's going to get even better. So what are you waiting for? Go up to the lake. You know you want to.
Welcome back to Morehead Today, and please welcome Miss Julia Brasky. How are you doing?
Hi, good. How are you? Good to see you too.
How's everything going?
Going pretty well. How about you?
Going well, going well. Well, tell us a little bit about what you've been doing this semester and about your role.
Sure. Well, I only started in September. I'm the Student Activities Coordinator, and I'm also the advisor for the Student Programming Board. And this semester, we've been trying to plan a few different fun activities. We brought in a speaker. We have bingo coming up soon. We also did a Guinness World Record attempt and just a few other fun activities.
So basically, you're in charge of the Student Programming Board who goes out and plans these events, or do you actually have more of a direct role into the events?
Well, the students, what's nice with these positions is they're hired into the positions and they are able to plan the events from start to finish. They talk to the agents, they plan what events based on their roles, and they have 5 different roles. One is a marketing, edutainment, which is educational entertainment, entertainment, cultures, and traditions. So we have a nice variety, and they plan events based on those. So I more advise them as to give them any suggestions. If they're looking for some agent, maybe what agent to talk to, or if they're looking for a speaker, maybe to let them know what I found is good so far.
So you actually kind of turn them loose in a way to let them kind of do their own thing with the events. That's awesome.
Yes.
What kind of experience do they get? How does this benefit the students?
Oh, the students, this is an amazing experience because you're going to be able to go out and on a job interview and say, I plan an event from start to finish. I talked to agents. I worked with a budget. They work with the contract. Not all of it, but a lot of those parts of the event, they plan, which is nice, yeah.
Give us a little bit of insight on what goes into planning these events.
Sure. It goes from the brainstorming of what type of event we would like to have. For example, if you'd like to have a speaker, you look and see on different agency websites what are you looking for, and then you talk to agents, see what kind of pricing they have, look at what you have in your budget, and then start planning in terms of where the rooms are that are available, all the way into the marketing of the events, and then actually putting the event on.
So you are actually new to this position. How have you adjusted to working at MSU?
MSU has been very different from where I came from, which is Pittsburgh. So from the big city into a town of this size. The adjustment's been going pretty well. It's just a little bit different than what I'm used to, but everyone is incredibly friendly, incredibly helpful, and just the definition of Southern hospitality.
Cool, cool. Well, one of your events that you had on Monday night was a Guinness World Record attempt.
Yes.
Can you tell me a little bit about that?
Sure. I partnered with athletics, Samantha Thomas, who's the Assistant Director of Marketing for Athletics, and we wanted to do something fun to involve both the campus and the community. So we decided to do the most beach balls thrown in the air at once, and just to bring everyone together, something fun, memorable, but also easy and able to do in an enclosed area like the arena.
Now, is this some of the marketing that you have that gets people out to events?
Yes, that actually was part of the reason for doing that event at a women's basketball game, is we're hoping to get more attendance both from the community and the campus at women's basketball games. This is part of our incentive to get individuals there.
Awesome. Well, we actually had our producer, Miss Whitney Stevens, was actually at the game on Monday night, and she has a segment for us, so we're going to take a look at that.
you, David. As you can see, I am in the AAC here at Morehead State's campus, where the crowd just tried to attempt to break a Guinness World Record of how many beach volleyballs they could get in the air at one time. They had to have the volleyballs in the air for at least 10 seconds to even qualify for the record. Now, we're going to find out if they broke the record because it's got to be sent back to London to be officialized. You can find out the results in a couple of weeks on msuathletics.com. Back to you, David.
Awesome. Well, Julia, thank you so much for coming on the show with us today. It was definitely a pleasure, and we hope to maybe have you on sometime again this semester.
All right, sounds great. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
We will be right back after this short break.
Hello, 006 here. Today I'm going to be showing you one of my favorite gadgets, the Eagle Club.
Beaker bucks are a cool gadget to use on campus, anywhere from vending machines to the bookstore. They are even accepted at restaurants around Morehead.
Beaker bucks are way safer than cash and have gotten me out of many sticky situations. Until next time.
We're back to Morehead today, and we are with our musical guest, Miss Tony Hobbs. Tony, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great. Thanks for having me.
Thank you very much for coming on the show. Tell us a little bit about what the style of music is that you sing.
Old school, folk, acoustic. Grew up listening to Simon and Garfunkel, Bob Dylan, all that good stuff. So kind of chill, laid back acoustic music.
Cool. But in your free time, you are an MSU employee.
I am. I am the Director of Creative and Branding Services at MSU. I'm also an adjunct art professor. I moonlight at Morehead State Public Radio, freelance graphic designer, illustrator, and I think that's it. The owner of Odd Cats.
Well, it sounds like you're definitely a jack of all trades.
Something.
Well, you actually do have a show on Morehead State Public Radio. We run promos for it here on MSU TV. Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
Yeah, Good Vibes, Monday nights from 7 to 10 p.m. AAA music, which is alternative music, Coldplay, Adele, that kind of stuff. Mumford & Sons, all the good stuff. And if people have requests, they can call in or they can become a fan of MSPR on Facebook, and I'll play songs for them as well.
Cool. Well, do you actually pick the music that you put on the show?
Mostly, yes. Try to go with what's popular in the top 40 for AAA every week, and also music that I like because it's good vibes. Send those out. And then if people have requests, I try to play them.
Awesome. Well, what song are you going to do for us right now?
One of my faves, Landslide from Stevie Nicks, little cover here, and kind of grew up listening to it. It's always been one of my favorite songs.
So definitely a song that's dear to your heart.
It is.
Awesome. Yeah. Well, good deal. Well, without further ado, here's Miss Tony Hobbs.
Thanks.
Took my love and I took it down. I climbed a mountain and I turned around, and I saw my reflection in the snow-covered hills till the landslide brought it down. Oh, mirror in the sky, what is love? Can the child within my heart rise above? Can I sail through the changing ocean tides? Can I handle the seasons of my life? Well, I've been afraid of changing, 'cause I build my life around you. But time makes you bolder, even children get older. I'm getting older too. Take my love and take it down. Climb a mountain, turn around. And if you see my reflection in the snow-covered hills, well, the landslide brought it down. And if you see my reflection in the snow-covered hills, well, the landslide brought it down.
Cool.
Eagle Lake is only a short walk away and allows you to escape from everyday life. You can exercise and relieve stress by walking around the lake, or you can just sit back and enjoy the view. Eagle Lake is the perfect place to go to relax, but in the next few months it's going to get even better. So what are you waiting for? Go up to the lake. You know you want to.
Hello, 006 here. Today I'm going to be showing you one of my favorite gadgets, the Eagle Car.
Beaker bucks are a cool gadget to use on campus, anywhere from vending machines to the bookstore. They are even accepted at restaurants around Morehead.
Beaker bucks are way safer than cash and have gotten me out of many sticky situations. Until next time.
And that's going to do it for another episode of Morehead Today. Special thanks to our guests, Mr. Stephen Middleton, Miss Julia Browski, and of course our musical guest, Miss Tony Hobbs. Be sure to tune in at the same time, same place next week on MSU Channel 77. But until then, Tony, take us out. Thanks for watching.